of international law.
Girls, gays, and nays.
Since the US launched strikes,
He just said that America will...
China, North Korea.
People are allowed to have complex.
Venezuela has the world.
Want to learn about Venezuela? I'm getting the board.
Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to my channel. Today whatever I'm gonna say in this video is alleged. It's nothing but a theory and conspiracy which you can find on the internet. It's not fact, it's just my opinion and internet research, so don't sue me. And another thing, that the names I might mispronounce them, so sorry in advance. And with that, let's start the video. January 3rd, 2026, 2 a.m. The night in Venezuela is silent. Suddenly, that silence is shattered by massive explosions. The roar of more than 150 aircrafts fills the sky. The ground begins to shake. Then, a complete silence. When the world wakes up, it is shocked by the news, unlike anything seen in the modern history. The United States has kidnapped the sitting president of another country from his presidential palace, along with the First Lady. But this is not just a story of arrest or kidnapping. This is the story of the biggest geopolitical fraud of our time. We built it, we owned it. That is our claim. Venezuela holds 303 billion barrels of oil, more than Saudi Arabia, 6 times more than United States. It also holds over 1.5 trillion worth of rare earth minerals. This is the global chess game involving United States, China, Russia, Iran, and even Pakistan. How it all began? The story begins in 1922. Oil is discovered in Lake Maracaibo. So much oil that Venezuela becomes the largest reserve holder on the earth. American companies rush in. Standard Oil, Exxon, Chevron. Venezuela becomes America's biggest oil supplier. And that, according to many, was America's biggest mistake. In 1976, Venezuela nationalized its oil industry. PDVSA is formed. American companies stay for now. Then in 1998, Hugo Chavez becomes president. He speaks directly to the people through his show, Allo Presidente, 6 hours every Sunday. And he says something America cannot tolerate. In 2021, the hydrocarbon law is passed. By 2007, full nationalization. ExxonMobil and ConocoPhillips are forced out. Assets worth billions are seized. The message is clear. This is Venezuela's oil. Nicolas Maduro takes over. He lacks the charisma that Chavez has. In 2014, oil prices collapses from $108 to $30 per barrel. The economy crashes. United States imposes sanctions. PDVSA funds are frozen. Food and medicine disappear. More than 80 million Venezuelans flee from the country. In October 2025, Operation Leader Maria Corina Machado is awarded with Nobel Prize. This is not a coincidence. Nobel Prize, keenhood, global recognition often go to pawns. Machado dedicates her prize to Trump and openly signals cooperation. In November 2025, a secret meeting takes place in Miami. Machado somehow leaves Venezuela and meets USA leadership to discuss Venezuela's future, oil investments and power. Not with sitting government, with opposition. 3 days before the attack, Marindo appears on the state TV. He offers everything: cooperation on drugs, oil access, USA investment, and migration talks. He openly surrenders. Yet, 3 days later, the attack happens. Why? China enters the picture. Just hours before the attack, China's special envoy meets Marindo in Maduro in Caracas. The media calls it routine. But China is Venezuela's biggest oil buyers. Despite sanctions, China ignores US's threats, challenges American dominance. This is not about oil. This is not the fight for oil. This is a fight for rare earth minerals. China controls 91% of rare earth refining. 70% of USA rare earths are imports. Venezuela has coltan, lithium, cobalt, nickel, gold, defense grade rare earths. If America controls Venezuela, China's monopoly game collapses. Taiwan, Russia, and Iran. Control of rare earths links directly to semiconductors, AI, military system. Taiwan's TSMC becomes the next fresh point. Russia stays mostly silent in this whole scenario, even though Russia has a very good opportunity to say something. Why? So now Russia has reason to defend themselves and say to the world that I did exactly what USA did to Venezuela. So how I am the bad guy? I can do the same thing to Ukraine. It exposes US's morals, and also it gives Russia a chance to show to the world that we are not at the wrong, or they have no excuse to invade Ukraine. Also, Iran has deep ties with Venezuela. Oil for gold deals, IRGC projects, Hezbollah networks. Venezuela and Russia S-300 air defense system. 150 USA aircraft entered Venezuela airspace and nothing stopped them. The message is clear. If US's systems can bypass Russia's defense in Venezuela, they can do it in Iran too. So what comes next? American companies float in Exxon Mobil, Chevron, and Conoco Phillips. Oil output triples. Rare earths are real price. Will Venezuela own their resources? No, corporation will. Global consequences. Pakistan, China, the USA, Iran. Everyone is affected. The world is dividing into blocks. International law is collapsing. Maduro was willing to negotiate, but America doesn't want partners. It wants puppet. Venezuelan celebrating should remember Iraq, Libya, and Syria. The poor never benefits. As the poet says, who told you the poor would gain? The wind was blown by the powerful, and it will crush the weak. With that, I hope you understood what's happening in the international borders, I guess. But one thing I realized that no matter whatever happening around the world always affect us. Even if you think that it doesn't concern us, believe me, it does. Because if it can happen to someone else, it can happen to us. And it also shows that if citizens are not united, what a government can do. And we are the only people, the citizens, who can hold the government accountable. And of course, to all the wonderful people, all the wonderful humans, I will always say that always learn, keep learning, keep researching, because knowledge is your biggest power. I know this world is not a good place, and the corruption, the evil is spreading all over the world, and it seems like that we can't do anything, but the only thing which we can do in all situations is trying. Even if it doesn't work out, it doesn't matter. The final product doesn't matter. The end result doesn't matter. You have to keep trying. And with that, I'm gonna end this video, and have a wonderful day, and always be seeking knowledge. Fi amanillah. Venezuela's Oriental, meaning Venezuela. Venezuela.